Everybody keeps launching new AI tools like we have unlimited time and unlimited money. But nobody talks about the real problem. Your subscriptions keep stacking up. Your browser has 10 tabs open, and somehow work still feels fragmented. Then we came across something interesting. Genspark AI. A single workspace that claims it can handle what ChatGPT, Canva, slide builders, coding tools, and even parts of your email workflow do, all in one place. That sounds convenient, but it also sounds slightly unrealistic. So today, we're not just scrolling through features, we're testing it properly. Let's see if Genspark can actually replace your stack, or if it's just another tool competing for your subscription. Welcome to AIChief. I'm Vernell Jude. I test the latest AI tools so you do not waste time figuring out which ones are actually worth keeping. Because in 2026, the real advantage isn't using more tools, it's choosing the right ones. And if you want weekly breakdowns, smart workflows, and tools that genuinely improve how you work, join the free AIChief newsletter. The link is in the description. Head over to Genspark AI and sign in. After signing in, you'll see a clean, easy dashboard. It's like you're just inside the workspace. Right in the center, there's a single prompt bar, but this isn't just another chat window. Look below it. Instead of one blank screen waiting for a question, you'll see clearly defined tools laid out in front of you. Each one represents a specific job, and that's the first thing that stands out. You're not starting with a model, you're starting with a task. If you need a presentation, you go straight to slides. If you want to design something, you open Designer. If you need an app, you move to Developer. It feels less like talking to AI and more like choosing what you want to create. And if this tool truly plans to replace multiple subscriptions, this is exactly how it should be organized. Now the real question is whether the features hold up. So we start where most all-in-one platforms usually struggle: design. So I'm opening the AI Designer feature to see how it actually performs. Clicking on it takes me into a separate workspace built specifically for visual content. Across the screen, you'll see different options ready to go. You can create posters, flyers, product images, social media graphics, and more. There are also pre-built templates available, which makes sense if speed is the goal. I'll just pick a random template. As soon as I select it, the interface shifts into a chat-style editing view. On one side, there's the design preview. On the other, a space to type instructions. Everything feels organized. Instead of dragging elements manually, you simply describe what you want changed. For example, I'll type, hit enter. Within seconds, the design updates. Now I'll refine it with one simple instruction. Again, it adjusts instantly. For quick visuals like thumbnails, social posts, or simple graphics, this already feels reliable enough to stand on its own without opening another design tool. But design is usually the quick part. Most real work still begins somewhere else, with a blank document and an idea you're trying to shape. So let's switch over to the Docs feature and see what that process looks like here. I'm heading back to the main dashboard and opening AI Docs. And immediately, the layout feels familiar, but slightly smarter. At the center, there's a clean input box asking what kind of document you want to create. Below that, you'll see categories and ready-made templates for resumes, reports, business letters, summaries, and more. So instead of starting from a blank page, you're starting from intent. Let's try something simple. I'll type a prompt to create project proposal, hit enter, and just like before, the screen transforms into a working editor. On the left side, there's a chat panel where you continue giving instructions. On the right side, there's a live document preview, updating in real time. This split layout matters more than it seems, because you're not switching between editing mode and preview mode. Both happen together. Now let's refine the document. In the editing side, type the instruction you want. The proposal rewrites itself, and the new section appears in place. It's like giving directions and getting instant results. And this is where the pattern from Designer starts repeating again. You're not building documents, you're shaping them. Design, documents, two areas where people usually keep separate subscriptions. But real productivity tools do not stop at writing, because sooner or later, documents turn into presentations. So let's test that next. Back on the dashboard, I'm opening AI Slides. And the setup is clean, a prompt box in the center. Nothing confusing. Let's type a prompt to create a presentation. Now, when I hit generate, this isn't the kind of tool that instantly drops a finished deck. It actually builds it in front of you. Slide 1 loads, then slide 2, then 3, and you can see it generating layouts, headlines, and content as it goes. So yeah, you do need a little patience here, but the trade-off is you're not stuck doing the structure yourself. Once it finishes, you're not starting from blank slides. You're starting from something usable. And at this point, the workflow starts to make sense. You move from an idea to a document to a presentation without really leaving the same space. But there's still another part of content creation we haven't looked at yet. Back on the dashboard, I'm opening AI Music, and just like the other tools, the starting point is simple. A prompt box in the center, waiting for a description of the sound you want. So, let's create a simple background track, then generate. After a short wait, the music is ready to play. And honestly, this is the kind of background audio most creators usually search for across stock music libraries or separate tools. Here, it's created inside the same workspace where the script and slides already exist. And AI Music is only one part of what's available here. There's also AI Video, which supports multiple modern video models in the same place. So instead of jumping between different generators, you can experiment with tools like Seedance, Veo, and others without leaving the workspace. Beyond that, there are features for meetings, agents, sheets, and even automation-style workflows. We're not going deep into each one today, but the pattern is clear. Everything is designed to live inside a single environment. Before we wrap up, there's one practical detail worth mentioning. This workspace runs on credits. There is a free plan to start with, which gives you 100 credits per day and access to a limited set of agents and models. It's enough to explore the platform, try a few workflows, and get a real sense of how everything works. For more regular use, there are 2 paid plans available. The Plus plan is $24.99 per month, offering 10,000 credits each month, 50 gigabytes of storage, unlimited AI chat and image generation, and access to the premium models. Then there's the Pro plan at $249.99 per month, which increases that to 125,000 monthly credits, expands storage to 1 terabyte, and unlocks the highest tier capabilities across the workspace. So, it's not really about being completely free. It's more about bringing multiple tools into a single subscription and deciding whether that trade-off makes sense for the way you work. After spending some time inside Genspark, testing everything from design and documents to slides, music, and beyond, the same question keeps coming back. Can one workspace truly replace your stack? For some people, especially creators, small teams, or anyone tired of constantly switching between tabs, the answer might be closer to yes than expected. Not because every feature is perfect on its own, but because everything lives in the same place and works together without much friction. And sometimes, that kind of simplicity is what ends up saving the most time. So now I'm curious what you think. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy simple, practical walkthroughs of new AI tools without the noise or hype, you're always welcome to follow along here on AIChief. There's also a free newsletter in the description if you'd like weekly workflows, updates, and useful ideas delivered a little more quietly. Thanks for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next one.